Are we live? Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019, the second day of October. That's right. 90 days to go, I think. Yeah, pretty much 90 after today, 90 days till the end of the year. So, 1% of the year is left today and tomorrow, and well, maybe a little bit more than 1%, but that's beside the point. The point is time is slipping. And because time is slipping, we have no time to waste. So let's get started. Walking Leader Wednesday. That's what today is. That's what every Wednesday is. And every Wednesday I read a chapter or a rule from my good book. And in this case, it's Great to Follow, the second book in the Walking Leaders series. So let's dive right in. Rule number 10. Yeah, we're up to rule 10, halfway through the book. Rule number 10, stay visible. No matter how new you are or how long you've been with the organization, there's one thing you have to remember. You must stay visible. Staying visible means you have to make certain those that supervise you can see you and know what you're doing, especially for the newbies. If you're like me, when I was starting out, I was micromanaged, and I really hated to have someone standing over me and watching everything I was doing. It's as if I was not trusted. It's like you start to thinking, well, why hire me in the first place if you're not going to trust me? If I'm not delivering what I say I'm going to deliver, why did you hire me to begin with? So it's something interesting. Now I understand that being the new person means that no one really trusts you. And I get it. I got it. Because again, they're still trying to feel you out and figure you out and see if you can walk your talk, and your talk being the interview. And you sold yourself. They know what you were hired to do, and they know what the expectation of the job is. However, what they do not know is you. In the case of the military, the non-commissioned officers and officers that know what anyone straight from basic is capable of. I mean, because everybody goes through the same basic training. However, those new soldiers lack the experience and wisdom that comes with doing their job for longer than just the basic training period. Having been fresh from basic and assigned to such a high-profile unit as the Berlin Brigade, that's right, 110 miles behind the Iron Curtain, meant that there was a lot to learn and to do it right the first time. And it really, truly was. Because again, everybody was looking at you. It wasn't just the Army. It was the other nations. It was Germany, East Germany, the British, the French, and of course, back then, the Soviet Union was looking at us because we were all right there in that same city. They were in East Berlin, we were in West Berlin. Now, there was little room for error, and it meant in order to learn what to do and what I had to do, I had to get out there and be visible. A word of warning about being visible. Be prepared to be volunteered or voluntold. And when a volunteer is needed for a quote-unquote special assignment, it would pass on... It will pass as it did for me when the next new person arrived to the unit. So everybody gets kind of a trial by fire. You get indoctrinated. It's just part of the deal. The new person gets all the crap assignments. Of course, there'll be times when a call or for volunteer goes out in a unique fashion, as it has been for many young privates. A sergeant or other non-commissioned officer would ask, who knows how to drive a stick? Stick drive. Then some naive young private would say he knows how to drive stick. The sergeant would then hand him a broom and tell him to drive the broomstick all along the company floor. Folks, it's okay. It really is. Sure, sometimes it's okay to be visible. Sometimes it's not okay to be visible. But when you're starting out, especially as a new member of the team, you have no choice. You have to be visible because, again, if you don't prove yourself early on and deliver on what you're doing and what you bring to the company buffet, other than just an appetite, then and only then can you grow. Then and only then can you see the other side. That being said, stay visible. Now, of course, there's going to be times where it's like, you know what, I really don't want to do it. I want to hide. I don't need to be pushing the broomstick here, pushing the broomstick there. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that at some point it's fine to just not be visible. So long as you're doing your job, you're performing to your expectations or exceeding those expectations, then you're good to go. But as a follower, you have got to pay your dues. That's it. And that's where that big disconnect is coming from right now. And the big disconnect is from the owners of companies, the managers, the hiring managers, and then the young people, the millennials or the Generation Z, and they're lazy and where all of that comes from. I get it. because they want to move to the top because, well, I went to high school. Yeah, congratulations. So did everybody else. But if you paid your dues, you got to pay your dues. And if you're not prepared to pay your dues, then you're not prepared to be up at the top. And sometimes those dues take a couple of years. It takes a long time. Sometimes maybe those dues never get paid. And then where are you at? So it's your own initiative. So folks, get out there, stay visible, be visible, and pay your dues, because at some point, remember, everybody was new at one point. Nobody started off at the top. So I'm Dave Guerra. This is Wednesdays. Let's have a chat. And it's Walking Leader Wednesday. So have a great Wednesday, October 2nd. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Until then, take it easy.